Well, it's good, everybody. Timeless Traveler here, and today we're going to be talking about emerald mining. Now, I'm sure you all have heard by now, but just in case you haven't, we just recently got a new Bedrock beta on March 4th. It is 1.16.220.50. And with that update, we now have massive, massive, massive mountain generation, as well as a more accommodating build height of 320, with mountains ranging up to about 270 so far, as has been recorded on from what we have gathered from Twitter. There might be higher, it might not be, but it has not been confirmed for it to be higher than that for me at this point, at least. But also, with the mountain ranges becoming higher and higher, ore generation, specifically coal, iron, and emerald, has also gone higher to fit inside of all of these mountains. So, with all those other ores rising in elevation, why are we specifically focusing on emerald? Well, it is very quite simple actually, because emeralds used to be one of the rarer ores, and you can only find it in extreme hills biomes. And if you wanted to get emeralds outside of mining, you would have to trade or set up a raid farm. However, because of the change in ore generation, the quantity of emeralds, as well as just the sheer size of the mountains, with the emeralds filling up these spaces all throughout, mining for emeralds may in fact become a much more feasible thing early game. For example, we can just take a look at just this small section, the small little facet of this massive, massive mountain. This mountain in particular spans about 1,000 blocks in one direction. But just on this little section here, 20 blocks or so apart, we already have 6 emerald ore. Now, I don't know how many of you have personally mined for emeralds at any point in the game, but even late game with a beacon, haste 2, efficiency 5, netherite pickaxe, you're not really doing any sort of intense mining sessions and expecting to come out with large amounts of emeralds. However, with this change in ore generation, we very well may be able to do that. So what are we going to do today besides gawk over these incredible emerald generations? We're going to take apart this mountain using some commands, of course, and we're going to see just how many emeralds actually are here within a mountain, to see if we can actually legitimately mine for emeralds early game. Now, before we get into it, you may be asking me what seeds I'm using, what my coordinates are, and all that for you to check out for yourselves. Don't worry, there is in fact a seed showcase video in where I cover a few different seeds and go over their mountain formations. You can take a look at all the different formations and what it looks like. There's a link down below, and there's also a little card up at the top right screen. So go ahead and take a look at that when you're done with this video if you would like to see a variety of mountain formations. And of course, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, hit the notification bell, share with your friends, let them know, because this is such an amazing update so far. And I don't know about you, but I am extremely, extremely excited for this. This is amazing. So don't forget, do all that, and well, let's go ahead and get ready. Now let's bring our attention over to the commands that we're going to be using to expose all of the emerald. So because we can't just do fill and save just the emerald, we're simply just going to throw down some command blocks that are going to remove each individual block that creates a mountain. So for example, the moment we place these commands all the way down there, all of these blocks are going to disappear anywhere I go. So we can see here, we're going to remove all the stone, we're going to remove all the dirt, we're going to remove all of the packed ice, the snow, regular ice, powder snow, and then of course the coal ore, top snow. Oh, there we go. Then we have the iron ore, the gravel. Oh, no. And of course, the copper ore. This is going to allow us to remove all blocks except for the emerald ore. So let's go ahead and bring these down to the mountain. All right, well, it seems that I was actually not far enough with the commands, as they are still affecting me as I came over here. But we're still going to place some down because it does have a limited range. And as you can see, we have exposed emerald right here. So we're gonna come up to, let's go ahead. We already have a nice flat surface. We're gonna just place all of these down if I can get somewhere. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna place down the stone. Oh wow, look at that. And then we're gonna place the dirt. We're gonna place the packed ice, the snow, the regular ice, the powdered snow, the coal ore, the gravel, the copper ore. Now we have a couple more. The iron ore, and the snow layers. Let's go ahead and we're just going to we're going to go through and just fly around here. And as we can see, not only, for those, I don't know how many of you know about the pre 1.17 emerald ore generation, but you would never, not only would you not see them this close together, but you would never see them in groups like this. For those that have ever been mining in extreme hills biomes, you would only see just one block off by itself, minding its own business. And now we seem to have clusters of them. We actually have emerald veins, which, if you start off in a mountain or you come across a mountain, you're going to be able to set up an emerald mine from the looks of it. I mean, this is, I don't know if this is about as much as iron used to be, maybe. This is a much larger amount that we than what we have been used to. So I would definitely say that mining for emerald is actually finally possible early game. We're going to keep flattening this out. We're going to see just how much emerald we can get out of this mountain. Well, what do you think, everybody? Let's take a look. So we're gonna actually get rid of these real quick, just so we don't have any more spikes in frame rate. So let's take a look from a distance what we have here, other than a fairly decently carved out mountain that could actually make for a cool kind of, like, I don't know, fortress, keep, some sort of, like, look, I mean, look at this. We got some natural staircases here. We got some nice curvatures going around. I actually kind of carved out something cool by accident, but that's not what we're here for. So if we got a little bit more ice left over. There we go. Okay, so just taking out this small section. This isn't a lot of blocks, actually, compared to how big this mountain really is. There's about 1,000 blocks in one direction, right? So looking at this, there's at least a couple hundred emeralds, and this is without looting of any level. If you decide to take up residency in the mountains, you're going to be coming across much more emeralds, as well as we can see all these different coal ores sprouting out, and a lot more iron. Iron elevation or generation has gone up, as has coal. So this may not be a permanent thing as far as the density of the ores. I hope it does, because we've never really had a real capacity to mine emeralds. So having this in the mountain biomes would make having bases and, exploring the mountains, there's more incentive to be in the mountains. Extreme hills, in my opinion, in the past, we only ever really went there if we needed, say, gravel for concrete, or if we needed just gravel in general, gravel mining for large industrial levels of concrete, and maybe the occasional bits of stone if we didn't want to set up some other sort of mine or stone generator. That was really the purpose of extreme hills. And now with the mountains, all the different varieties that we have, the sub biomes, the vertical biomes, all that, there is much more to offer in the mountains. This is just incredible, I think. Let me know what you think about finally having the ability, for the first time since ever that we've had emerald ore, that we've been able to legitimately do some emerald mining. Like, this is clearly a lot more than diamond. This is about as much as, maybe a little less than, say, emerald or iron. So it is definitely worth some time to do, mining for emeralds, whether you have, efficiency 5 netherite, Whether you are late game, early game, mid game, I think emerald mining now can fit everybody. Let me know down below in the comments what you think of this new emerald generation, and if it stays, tell me how, if you're going to be doing any sort of emerald mines. I'd love to hear about it. Let me know down below in the comments. And thank you all again so much for watching. I am Timeless Traveler, and we have definitely confirmed that emerald mining is a possibility with 1.17.